Good day once again, my dear STEM students. For today, we'll be discussing all about balancing redox using the half reaction method or the ion electron method in balancing. So in this lesson, you'll be able to write a balanced chemical equation or the ionic equation for a redox reaction using the ion electron method. So there are two ways in balancing redox. Okay, using the half reaction method, we can balance it in the acidic medium or in the basic solution. So a half reaction is a chemical reaction or equation with electrons that represents the oxidation process or reduction process. The ion electron method systematically balances the oxidation half reaction and the reduction half reaction separately. So in our previous lesson, nung nasa first semester pa kayo, you learn how to balance the equation. Okay, you balance the equations you balance it by inspection. So for today, we're going to consider the electron loss and the electron gain in the given equation and how to balance charges and how to balance the mass of a particular substance. So write the balanced ionic equation for this reaction in the acidic solution. So take note that in the acidic solution. So I have here the example. So aqueous iodine reacts with permanganate ion that yields iodine, molecular iodine in the aqueous form, and manganese dioxide in the aqueous form. So for step one, write the two half reaction having the same species. So you're going to analyze the reactant and the product side. So in the first half reaction, you have to choose or pick the substances within the same species. Pag sinabi natin having the same species, kung alin yung kapareho niya doon sa reactant and doon sa product side, yung mga symbols niya. Okay? So in this given equation, so in the reactant side, you have here the iodide ion. So in the product side, you have the molecular iodine. So sila yung magkapareho. So that is your first half reaction. Then followed by the permanganate ion and the uh, manganese dioxide substance. Okay? And then step 2, balance each half reaction for mass and charge. Pag sinabi nating mass and charge, pag sinabi nating mass, we're dealing with the numerical coefficient that is being written before the symbol of any ionic substances. Okay? Identify also the half reaction that is being oxidized and reduced. Okay? So in our example, so that is the iodide ion yields the molecular iodine. As you can see, we have to balance the mass. Okay, so iodine in the product side has 2 iodine ion. So dito sa reactant side, it's 1. So you simply add 2. Okay, and then in the permanganate, okay, as you can see, meron kayong manganese. Number of atom of manganese in the reactant side is 1. So in the product side is 1. And then oxygen is 4. But in the product side, it's only 2. So kung ganyan ang mangyari, ang gagawin, you need to add 2 molecules of water in order to balance the oxygen. Okay? Since oxygen in the reactant side is 4, sa product side is 2, kulang ng 2 number of oxygen atom. So in order to balance oxygen, you have to add water molecule. Depende kung ilan yung kulang, ilan yung oxygen deficient. Kung ang oxygen deficient niya is 5, you have to add 5 molecules of water. Since dito meron na tayong 2, so dahil 4 yung nandun, kulang na lang natin is 2, dalawang oxygen atom, so dalawang water molecule lang yung i-add. But the problem here is, nung nag-add kayo ng 2 molecules of water, nagkaroon kayo ng hydrogen atom. How many number of hydrogen atom ang nadagdag? 2 times 2, that is 4. So dito, wala. So ang gagawin, mag-a-add kayo ngayon dito ng 4 hydrogen ion, H+. So 4, para mabalance yung hydrogen doon sa product side. So in this step 2, the mass of the reactant and product is already balanced. Okay? Then next, so recall natin yung number line natin. So as if there's a decrease in oxidation number, so therefore there is a gain of electron. So if there's an increase in oxidation number, so there's a loss of electron. Okay? So step 2.1. So kanina binalance natin yung mass, yung mga coefficients niya. So for this particular step, you need to balance the charges of the two half reaction. Okay? So, pag meron kayong ganito, so this is the first half reaction. So, kapag naglagay kayo ng, notice that in the reactant side, meron na kayong dalawang coefficient. Number 2 coefficient. Pero may charge siya na negative 1. So, yung negative 1 na charge na yan, you need to multiply the coefficient to the charge. So, 2 times negative 1, so that is negative 2. So, kung pupunta kayo, tingin kayo sa baba, need negative 2. So, naging ang charge ng reactant natin is negative 2. Pero nung nag-yield siya, ang charge niya, yung iodine molecule, so pag molecule na ganyan, it free form, the oxidation number is 0. So, from negative 2, papunta sa 0, okay, sa 0, multiply niyo yan, papunta sa 0, ang nangyari, nagkaroon siya ng loss of electron. Ilan yung na-loss niyan? At least 2 electron. Okay? Kakaroon kayo ng 2 electron loss. Next, pagdating dito, okay. So, pagdating doon sa other half reaction ninyo, meron kayong 4 hydrogen ions reacts with 1 permanganate ion. So, paano malalaman yung charge ng reactant? So, since meron kayong 4 dito, so 4 times positive 1, that is positive 4. Plus, may, di ba imaginary, pag nagbabalance tayo, pag 1 ang coefficient, hindi na natin sinusulat. So, automatic may 1 dyan. 1 times negative 1, that is negative 1. So, positive 4 plus negative 1, that is positive 3. So, the charge of the reactant of your second half reaction is positive 3. So, take note ha, naging positive 3 ito. Okay, pagpunta doon sa product side, tignan nyo, analyze nyo yung mga substances. All of these substances, the manganese dioxide and water molecule, these are in their free form. So it's the oxidation number is 0. The sum of its oxidation number is 0 based on the rule. So 0, 0 yan. So dito is positive 3. So pagdating doon, naging 0. So from positive 3, naging 0. So, tignan nyo yung number line from positive 3, naging 0. So, magiging siyang 3 electron gain. And then, take note, ang loss of electron nilalagay sa product side. Okay? Ang gain of electron nilalagay sa reactant side ng second half reaction ninyo. So, Leo, loss of electron. So, since dito yung nag-loss of electron, so therefore, this part, your first half reaction is your oxidation half reaction. And the second part is your reduction half reaction. Okay? So, yan yung 2.1 na step natin. Okay. Third step, make the number of electron loss. So, ang electron loss natin is 2 electron. And gain, ang gain natin sa isang half reaction is 3 equal by multiplying each electron by a whole number. So this is, since this is 2 and 3, to make this equal, you think of a number that when we multiply sa 2 and 3, magiging equal sila. So pag binultiply nyo yan, so let us use 2 and 3. Since pwede nyo naman silang pagbaliktarin nyo na. So kung 3 ang loss dito, i-multiply nyo yung first half reaction ninyo sa 3 electrons. Then yung kabila, i-multiply nyo naman sa 2 electron. Okay, and then pag multiply nyo lahat, including the coefficient of each half reaction. So in our first half reaction, 3 times 2, that is 6 ion yields 3 times 1, that is 3 molecular iodine, plus 3 times 2 electrons, so your electron will become 6. Then the next half reaction, 2 times 3, The number of electrons is 6. Then 2 times 4, you will have 8 hydrogen ion. Then 2 times 1, you will become 2 yields. 2 times 1 again, manganese dioxide, that is 2 moles of manganese dioxide. And 2 times 2, so 4 H2O. Okay? And then cancel na yung electrons. Since nag-equal yung number of electrons, pareho ng 6 yung electrons ng 2 half reaction natin. So the number of electrons will be cancelled out. So ngayon, ano ngayon ang magiging reactant and product ninyo? So, eto ngayon yung magiging reactant. Okay? So, yan yung magiging reactant natin, yields. Kabila. So this is your balanced redox reaction in the acidic medium. So for your step 3, check if all the atoms are balanced, including the charge of the reactant and product. So check muna natin if all the atoms is balanced. So in the reactant side, we all know that iodine here is 6. Dito 3 times 2, 6. Hydrogen is 8. 4 times 2. So hydrogen is also 8. In the product side, manganese. Manganese is 2, the number of atoms of manganese. The reactant side is 2, as well as in the product side, it is also 2. Then yung oxygen natin, in the reactant side, number of oxygen atom is 8, while in the product side, it's also 8. 2 times 2, 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay? So, the important thing is, kung na-balance niyo yung mass, kailangan sa redox reaction, including ang charge. You have to balance the charges. Okay? So, since ano ngayon yung charge natin? So, in this first part, in the reactant, yung 6 na yan, 6 times negative 1, so that is negative 6. Okay? Yan yung charge ng first substance natin sa reactant side. Followed by 8 hydrogen ion. So, yung 8 hydrogen ion na yan, 8 times positive 1, that is positive 8. Okay? Followed by the permanganate ion. So, since meron tayong numerical coefficient dun sa chemical formula, yung numerical coefficient na yan will be multiplied doon sa charge. So, 2 times negative, since ang permanganate ion is negative 1, so you will multiply 2 sa negative 1 and you will have negative 2. And then add all this up, and then you will get 0. Okay? Diba? Negative 6 plus negative 2, that is negative 8, plus positive 8 is equal to 0. Let us go to the product side. Let us check the charge. Since this is in free form, so yung molecular iodine natin, that is 0, 3 times 0 is 0. Okay? Dito din, this is in free form, so it is neutral compound. So wala naman kayo nakikitang charge, kaya 2 times 0, that is 0. Pagdating doon sa dulo, 4 times 0, is also 0. So the charge of your product is 0. So therefore, your balance equation is correct kasi na-balance nyo yung mass as well as the charge of this redox reaction. Next. Okay, take note that the presence of hydrogen ion in this balanced redox equation indicates that the solution is acidic medium. As you can see, yung yellow na hydrogen ion, kapag may nakita kayong ganyang reaction, ibig sabihin that is in the acidic medium. Kasi hydrogen represents the acidic, that the solution is acidic. Okay, let us now neutralize the solution and make it basic. We will use the same balanced equation in the acidic medium, then turn it to the basic solution. So take note, dun sa magiging activity natin, if you're going to balance a particular redox reaction, yung half reaction method, using the half reaction method, at gagamitin nyo yung basic medium of balancing that particular equation, you need to balance first yung equation in the acidic procedure. Kailangan dadaan muna kayo doon sa mga steps, series of steps na diniscuss kanina bago nyo siya ma-convert doon sa basic solution. But kung ang given na doon sa inyong problem or doon sa solution ninyo or doon sa equation ninyo, given na kagad na meron na kayo nakitang hydrogen ion, diretso na kayo. Pero kung walang nakalagay na hydrogen ion doon sa equation, you need to undergo all the steps in balancing the acidic first before going to the basic solution. So here is how to convert this into a basic solution. Okay, so in our example, okay, to neutralize the hydrogen ion, yung yellow, 8 hydrogen ion, add OH ion on both sides of the equation. So, kung ilan yung hydrogen ion sa reactant side, ganun kadaming number of hydroxide ion ang gagamitin ninyo para siya ma-neutralize. So, since this is 8, you add 8 OH ion in the reactant as well as 8 OH ion on the product side. So, may 8 na kayo pareho. Okay? Para ma-neutralize. Then, combine the 8 hydrogen ion and 8 hydroxide ion in the reactant side to form 8 molecules of water. So 8H plus 8OH, that is 8. Okay? 8 molecules of water. Don't mind muna yung kinancel ha, yung cancelled na ano. So that is 8 molecules of water. Kinumbine nyo yung 8 hydrogen ions sa 8 hydroxide ion, it will become 8 water molecule. Okay? And then notice that there are water molecules in the reactant side. So in the reactant side, you have 8 water molecule. You have to subtract the water molecule in the product side, which is 4 molecules of water. So from the product side. So yung 8 na yan, you have to subtract 4 molecules of water. So you will have 4 molecules of water in the reactant, mawawala na yung water doon sa product side. Ang matitira na lang is OH. And then lahat ng natira, bring down. Okay, so 6 iodide, ion, and then ang natira dito is 4 molecules of water, that is 4H2O. Then bring down 2 moles of permanganate ion, yields 3 molecular iodine, then 2 manganese dioxide, and yung natira dyan is 8 moles of hydroxide ion. And take note, the presence of hydroxide ion in this balanced redox reaction indicates that the solution is already in its basic medium. Kapag hydrogen ion yung merong present dun sa chemical equation, that is the indicator that is in the acidic medium. But this time, ang natira dito, wala na siyang hydrogen, ang natira na lang is hydroxide ion. So the hydroxide ion is the indicator that the balanced redox equation is already in the basic medium. So same procedure pa rin, you have to balance for mass and charge. So check if all atoms are balanced and the charge of the reactant and product. So dito tayo sa charge na lang kasi madali na. Kita nyo naman na na-balance na lahat ng masses nito, yung coefficient, the number of atoms. So let us check for the charge of the reactant and product in the basic medium kung balance pa rin. So 6 times negative 1, you will have 6, negative 6. And then since 4 moles of water is a neutral compound, therefore the charge of water is 0. Then followed by the permanganate ion. So 2 times negative 1, that is negative 2. Then combine, that you will have the charge of the overall charge for the reactant is negative 8. And then for the product side, so yung molecular iodine, so that is a neutral compound. So 3 times is 0, that is 0. So also a neutral compound, manganese dioxide, that is 0. And then pagdating dun sa dulo, yung 8 hydroxide ion ninyo, the hydroxide ion, the charge is negative 1. So 8 times negative 1, you will have negative 8. So if you combine that, the overall charge of the product is negative 8. So therefore, your redox balance equation is already balanced in terms of its mass and the charge. Okay, so if you have any question, and just leave your question in our comment box. So stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everybody. Thank you.